Hello and welcome to another video. Just here in the Farming Guild, want to try something a bit different. The way a Forestry poll just recently came out. I want to just do a quick overview of it, read through the 18 questions, give my small opinion on it. I'm not going to vote during the video, don't want to sway people's opinion too much, but you know, just a quick overview on it all. So starting off with question 1, should we change the behaviour of how trees spawn / despawn so a time begins at the first cut or in drain rates if the player stops cutting? That's going to be a bit like the top level of Motherlode Mine. You know, I think that's a good change. It stops as much competition as saying. Also just generally feels bad when you start swinging your axe at a tree and get one log and the tree's gone. So I think that one will pass. I'm quite happy with that change. Should players chopping the same tree receive an invisible bonus to wood cutting up to 10 players? I could see this one going two ways. It's pretty slow skill to begin with, and they're really trying to push the social aspect of it. So I don't really see why not. I think that one might pass. It depends on player feedback. I don't mind that. It seems non-intrusive. Speeds up the skill a little bit, which it needs. It's a pretty slow skill. It's pretty boring too. Question 3. Should we introduce the Forestry crit, a wearable backpack slot item that would hold all materials needed for Forestry? I'm not quite sure how many materials are needed for it. I think there's quite a few that they're talking about. I think it's going to be similar to the tackle box for fishing. I think that'll be nice. It saves on bank space. It's a wearable one too, so I don't see why that shouldn't pass. Let's just make the skill more accessible. I think that's a pretty good one there. Question 4, should we introduce a closed pouch? An object that will store the lumberjack outfit piece within and allow you to get a bonus while wearing other items. So basically fashion scape. I think that's actually a good change. I think a lot more set bonuses, the skilling outfits, they should have that. So the mining, the wood cutting, the construction. The only thing I'm a bit concerned about is would that allow you to have multiple set bonuses, like the graceful at the same time? Not that it's a big deal that I'm thinking of. I mean, you could wear combat armor and whatnot, but, that should be pretty unintrusive. Again, I'd like to see that for more. I'm hoping the clothing pouch goes in the ammo slot too. If it's on the backpack, that might be a bit intrusive. But if the Forestry kit passes, that will be in the back slot. So I imagine that'll be in the ammo slot. That'll be quite nice. Should be introduced to more, in my opinion. See how that goes. Question 5, should we introduce the Forester's rations, a new item which would be consumed? Restores run energy after chopping down tree. Also increase the bonus if consumed at the campfire. Do you need more run energy when wood cutting? I think all wood cutting spots are fairly close to banks to begin with. I don't see it being crazy useful, but at the same time, they could introduce something where you need a lot of run energy during wood cutting with a new update. I think it's, as the game is now, it's quite pointless, but more items, better the game. That's how I kind of see it. I have no real opinion on that one, to be honest. Question 6, should we introduce the sector attachment, a new consumable item for the Forestry kit that would help gather more leaves? Leaves are just a resource. I don't see why not. It's just an unlockable thing through the skill. More unlockables through a skill, Scroll down. More unlockables through a skill, better it is. There's more things to aim for, to work your way towards. Should we introduce the nature offering a new consumable that allows you to get extra resources when cutting trees? The chance will increase based on the number of other foresters at the same tree. Again, it's another one that I don't really have a huge opinion on. It sounds like just another way to speed it up. It depends what you need to get the nature offering. I don't see why not. Again, it's just another item to aim for, to push towards. In the later levels, I suppose. Should we introduce forestry events? These will appear while collecting logs in the overworld, and all players can... Yeah, for sure. It needs more, a bit of spice, a bit of razzle-dazzle. Variety is the spice of life. That'll pass for flying colours, for sure. Should we expand the system behind gathering leaves? This will include more varieties of leaves, each leaf type giving a unique bonus that contributes towards campfire and tea brewing. This make leaves tradable on the grain exchange. Yeah, sure, why not? Again, more items, more resources you get through the skill, the better. It just spices it up so much, and more cutting, definitely needs it. Should we explore the idea of campfires? Lighting campfire, adding a number of the same leaves will give a temporary bonus to all players near the campfire, depending on the leaf type. Again, they're really pushing towards campfires. Yeah, again, I really don't see an issue with this. Depending on what the campfires do, I'm not quite sure on what they do at the moment. It'll be quite, the way I see it is it gives small bonus, introduce more community aspects. That'll be great. The game does feel quite lonely at the moment. At times, especially during wood cutting, mining, stuff like that. Any excuse to get more players involved, I think that's good. Should Iron players benefit from players' campfires? I think that's important. I think they should open up Iron Men a bit, let them interact with more people, but not necessarily gain benefits from them. I think that's great, to be honest. Let them play with the rest of us. Number 12, should we explore the idea of tea brewing using teas from trees? You can create your own teas freestyle. Forming in order to create new teas that give you benefits. That seems like it's, yeah, pretty freestyle. You can get on multiple, you might be able to get multiple benefits. Again, why not? You know, they're trying to overhaul the skill. I think this is a good way to do it. I think it's quite interesting. Should we introduce the log basket, a new untradeable wearable reward from Forestry that can store up to 28 logs? We already have a fish barrel for fishing. I don't see why not more. You know, lets you AFK a bit harder. I suppose with Forestry update, you won't be AFKing too much, but you know, more time spent cutting, less time banking. You're already not making much money doing the skill as is. I think this is a good change. And again, just another unlock led down the road. Number 14, should we introduce the sturdy harness, a new tradable item that combines the log basket and the Forestry kit? To create wearable item with benefits of both. Sturdy harness. Not sure what the sturdy harness does, but why not? It's good to combine items. A new tradable item. Yeah, sure, why not? I think that's good. Oh, combines a Forestry kit. Alright, cool. Cool, very cool. Should we introduce the Forester's outfit and recolors as a reward for Forestry? This would be an untradeable cosmetic over it. Yeah. Yeah. More fashionscape, more recolors. I think that's great. I think they should always add more of that. Should we introduce two-handed axes of different materials as rewards from Forestry? This would offer more experience in normal axes and fewer logs. That's actually quite interesting. I think it's a good trade-off. It depends on how much better the axe is and the experience rates and how few logs you get. I'll scale on the axe type, I imagine, but neat little change. I think that's a cool idea, personally. Number 17, should we offer funky shaped logs as a reward for Forestry? This would be an untradeable item that gives the beaver an unlockable translog. Again, more, you know, unlockable translogs, the better. The squirrel has the acorn that turns it red. The chimchomper can be 3 different colors. I think this is great. I think this is really cool. Number 18, final question. Should we introduce the bee box as a reward from Forestry, an object in the player and house that will allow you to keep bees inside your home? I think that is so cool. I love bees. That's great. More additions to the player and house. I think it'll be really cool. More customization options. And I just think that's a cool little idea, keeping your own bees. It looks like throughout these questions are actually quite focused. I've really put time and effort into changing woodcutting and to make it something quite special. I think they've actually done a great job creating these questions and working on the Forestry skill. I have quite a bit of faith that this will be not a huge success necessarily, but I think it'll be a fun change to an otherwise boring skill. I suppose that's where we'll leave it. I'll go vote after this video, and I suggest everyone else does the same. You know, it's always good to have your little opinion, and don't forget that skipping question is a valid vote too. There's, you know, if you don't know an answer, feel free to skip. It's, you know, good enough to do. Well, anyway, I'll leave it there, champions. Take care. Till next time. Mwah.